Hi everyone, this is Pharaoh, aka K's younger brother. I never thought I'd make this last video as like a announcement or something I need to do. You may have seen on my channels that I made a community post. Many community posts have been saying that I need to reflect on stuff or I am taking a break. This is a simple setback and I'm going to say it. I've done some bad shit. Bad shit that makes me want to reflect on. No, the comments from people who are haters are not correct, aka the ones that call me a pedophile. They're not correct. I'm just saying this as a pre-precaution because there are some kids who see me like a potential of a... I'm going to say this. A potential quote-unquote breeder of them. And... no. Hell no. And I just want to say there are some times I have by chance, I'm so sorry to K's Inner Demon, my inner demon, it is F1R0, I accidentally stumbled across their little conversation, and K's Inner Demon made me realise something. They were the one that almost made Kay leave, but Kay decided to stay. I don't know why. They could have left because of their demon, but a couple of months ago, they wanted to leave again. Well, Kay's inner demon wanted Kay to leave, but surprisingly, Kay was like, hey, he's maturing. I'm staying. I am taking this break to reflect on stuff I've done, okay? I've lost many people. Trigger warning, this is gonna sound stupid. And not so stupid, I've lost so many people from what I've done. Some weren't even my fault, but I blame myself. Some have committed suicide, and I lost them. I tried saving them, but many have said, hey, look, it's not your fault. They did this. Because some stuff they didn't want to tell you. I was like, they could have told me. I would have got them to a therapist. But even therapists weren't helping them. So in September, I did not celebrate anything. I reflected, mostly. Making videos was my motivation. And the reason why this is going to be the last video of 2025, because, like I said, I want to reflect. Now, a person you may have noticed on my community post, his name is Atlas, and he went to an artist to tell them on me, and I was like, okay, you came to me saying you let the artist know of what I was doing. Surely they don't want to know about me. Clearly, they blocked him, by the way. They blocked him. I confronted him. Good news is that the person that he was with, his now ex-girlfriend, wanted me. And I'm like, I have a wife. I'm sorry, but if I were to be poly, she lets me. Yeah, but I don't know you. I would not want to cause some drama between you and your ex. And yeah. Now I know it's late for me, but it's yeah. But yeah. Alright, wait, also, how do I continue this? Ooh. Just so you know, this is no blooper, this is full-on emotions of true me. I'm maturing. Okay, saw that potential in me, apparently, and, if it weren't for Kay, I wouldn't have been here. If it weren't for my sip. Since I was 13 and growing up with them, they kind of raised me to see potential in me, and yeah. If it weren't for Kay, I wouldn't have been here. If it weren't for Kay, I wouldn't have seen myself as childish and everything. But yeah. 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 Now I know you normally see the "Why, Abby, cheerful Biro." That's not me. I mean, it is with others. But now you see the real me. The truth comes out. Not the one where, haters are calling me a pedophile. I am not that. Okay? I am not a pedophile where some people see me as a breeder of the kids. No, gross, hell no. There comes a time and day where someone needs to reflect, take a break, a step back from uploading and all that shit. I'm reflecting because of what has been said to me, what has been told to me, and everything. So no, you don't see that other side of me where I'm happy and joyful, blah blah blah. No. You don't see that anymore. The reason why I upload Sibling Shenanigans is because I am very much proud of it. Even Kay is proud of it, and yeah. Reason why I'm not saying ums and ahs is because I'm not reading a script. No, I'm not reading a script. This is all off my head, off my chest and everything. I am sitting on the floor, by the way, to show everyone I'm not, I'm not standing up for anything. I normally stand up to voice act, and that hurts me. Yeah, that hurts me and everything, but yeah. The reason why I keep on saying yeah is because it's how I talk. It's how my brain functions. Now, people on the internet have been saying, always script your videos. I don't always script my videos because I want to have it where it's full on potential, full on, hey, look, this is me. This is how I want to speak. So, others have been saying, don't keep on saying and ah and so on and so forth. But always script your videos. What's the point in that? What's the point in not showing who you are? What if some people are dyslexic? What if some people have autism who are part dyslexic? I'm part dyslexic because of my autism. That's what I'm saying, because every time I read a script, I have to read it over and over and over and over again. You get it? Right, okay. But yeah, I don't script my stories that much. I mainly write a story that's in the book, and if I am liking it, I put it to where it's a proper script for me. Which, by the way, I'm not in the recording studio. I'm at home, our parents' home. Now, you may be looking at this Foxy saying, if you're on the floor, you're probably looking at a script. No, that's not me. I'm not reading a script. I'm reading off my chest and mind. But yes, this is a time where I need to step back. A time to reflect. So this is the last video of 2025. And I wanted to do this because seeing who I was back then to now, I wasn't maturing enough. I was simply a kid who felt lonely, who went on from one relationship to another. A kid who didn't know what true love was in a relationship. A kid who thought they found their soulmate 2 times. From a boy and a girl. This is actually script. A boy who realised that being Christian wasn't okay. And he was reminded from his first soulmate he thought he found that he did not truly support him for who he was. He went by the law, he went by the Christianity and dumped him. And then he thought he found his second soulmate, a girl from Texas, if she's reading this or watching anyways. A girl who decided to say that we cheated. Me and Sola did not cheat. When you decided to cheat behind our backs. When I was on a live stream, you kept talking about your ex. I'm going to just say G. And G was not blocked. You kept talking about him, talking about his messages. Did you think how I felt? You did not. You asked me if you were okay to speak about it. I quietly said yes, because deep down, I didn't want to know. Deep down, I felt hurt when you kept talking about him. I learnt the truth. You talked to this one person named Outram, who now goes by Silas. He had a conversation with you. You talked about G to him, saying you were still with G, and that you felt like you were being manipulated into a relationship that you didn't think was okay. If this was true, why didn't you say anything to me? If this was true, why didn't you confront me privately? Of course, this was all on YouTube. You didn't even say anything to me. You always said I love you, but it wasn't true. It never was. Because deep down inside of you, you wanted G back. You wanted your old crush back. You wanted your old boyfriend back. This hurt me. I never said anything to you because I loved you. But now that we are not together, it's okay. You found your true love, and that's perfectly fine. Knowing I was your 9th person to date, I didn't know, but I'm glad, because you didn't go as far as me. I am on my 18th relationship, and she's a wonderful person. She's my true soulmate and everything. KB is a wonderful woman. She wants my kids one day, but I can't bring her that joy. I am not a biological male she wishes to have kids with. If I was, I would have done it by the time now and would have been a father. But there are other possibilities. Sperm donors, or even adopting or fostering. But she really wanted a biological kid. And that's perfectly fine, but I gave her different opportunities. But I said to her, I don't wish for a sperm donor, because I would have known it wasn't my own child. And she said we can adopt. I loved the option. But knowing it wasn't my biological child, it's going to be hard. But one day, hopefully, I can accept that this may not be my biological child. But one day, somewhere out there, every day, a child is adopted. And that's a wonderful choice. One day a dog would be adopted or fostered. But knowing one day they would pass away, these dogs would have had a wonderful life, stress-free. Sometimes with stress, and that's not okay. A woman who had a dog had to put her friend away with someone, just so this dog could live stress-free. But finding out this dog has passed away, his name was Zero. May he rest in peace. He looked very wonderful, a very handsome male, despite the stress he had. That's not true fostering, I'm sorry to say. You tried your best to give him a better life before he could be adopted, but things had happened. You did not keep your dog away from him. He was, as you said, literally having a stressful life. Maybe if it was better on him, you could have had your dog in a different room so you could separate them. But you took him to somewhere else, and then that night, Zero passed away. That was the time you really had to reflect. But you are still fostering whenever you can. But please sit down, relax, and reflect on what you could have done better for a dog like Zero. Zero, wherever you are, may you rest in peace, because this was not a life you wished for being fostered. You were stressed with another dog, their own dog that they owned. He made you stress, as well as the owner. It wasn't a life you wished, was it? You and your difficulties in life. You were so stressed that after even a dental, it wasn't what you wanted. You were still stressed and everything. So, please, if you wish to foster a dog, wherever you are, make sure your own dog isn't in the room just in case of any stress. Because even a senior dog like Zero, he was, in fact, blind, or probably even deaf by the time, because of his own barks. He was stressed and everything. Anyways, there is more. Here we go. 2K. Despite our ups and downs, I will forever see you as my sibling. This is not me breaking a bond. I want to make a stronger bond with you one day. Because I see what I've done wrong. I made you think maybe I should leave. But then you saw potential in me. I realized that without you, my world would have been different. I wouldn't have seen anyone as my siblings. And you was the first. To Shiver, aka Freightes FNAF, if you ever do even listen to this or even do watch my videos, I'm sorry for everything I've done. I made you freak the fuck out. Yes, this is what I've written down. I made you feel hurt. You made me have second chances, third, fourth. A lot of chances you gave me. And I didn't realise I broke them. Until you said, I gave you so many chances, and you broke them all. I soon realised I could not feel safe. That was a me thing, not your fault at all. I felt unsafe the moment you shouted in those messages, those voice messages you sent me. Those were constant reminders of who would have shouted at me. A constant reminder I wasn't who I was. A reminder that I was too childish for you to even look at. A person you used to call brother. To Angel, aka Arnie Bai. Without you, I wouldn't have seen potential in my art, or even see you as a sister. This was something I truly believed I had a chance, an opportunity to call you my sister, and I did. I never even regret all of this, of calling people my family. I called Shiro my family. This is a continuation without the sister one. I called so many people family. Many left because of that one call out post. That was my first one. I made a terrible mistake. As soon as I was shown that one call out post from my sister, a person I used to call my sibling, a person I used to call a parent, but I couldn't because they were dating by that time. Something struck a lightning bolt at me, like Zeus was punishing me. But there was zero references of me tracing. Those were references that they found that I used. Something I should have done to show that I used a reference to simply draw the positions of my characters, or even myself in the situations. The ones with Dobby, or even Toya Todoroki, who revealed himself in MHA. I haven't even watched it, but that's fine. This was something I am now going to make. If I ever use a reference, I will continue to not do something like this. They called me a tracer, but there was no evidence of that. They called me a doxer, but if you were to show that I doxed you, please next time show it and blur out what you need to blur out. But here's the thing, if I was a stalker, I would have lived in your country, where you even lived. But I never would have thought being called a stalker, a tracer, or even a doxer by someone I called my home, my safe haven, someone I would have ran to for safety. Shiro, aka Fairytales FNAF, was my home, my safe haven, my go-to to go to Germany. But now I don't even know if I can even think of that anymore. I used to even think America was safe. Something I thought was okay. But then I realised because of these stupid earthquakes, there's fucking tornadoes. No, I didn't put fucking in this. The snowstorms, tornadoes, earthquakes, everything. Now, something else was in the way of me even thinking of America. The one and only president, DT. That's all I can say. He and even JB are both the presidents that chose abortion was not okay. They chose guns over women. They chose two genders over non-binary, gender fluid, even more. They even decided it's only okay that a male and female can marry. But there's also more. JB decided that it was okay to ban the words gay or anything LGBTQ plus wise. And that was not okay. That was when my ex decided to change. He said he supported me. He never did. Everything was fine until that day. He thought to say something I never would have thought. That when I was younger, 13, he fancied me because I was a girl, not because I'm a trans male. Being trans and pansexual is not a sin. You being non-binary or any gender you wish to be and any sexuality you wish to be is not a sin. I know a friend who is Christianic, but they are also part of the LGBTQ plus community. They have read the Bible. They know the truth. Why must people think this is wrong? Many believe it's because it is. It is not. There's more. I am so proud I'm an atheist, because when I was younger, I was manipulated by toxicity of everything I thought would be a sin. But I had friends who were lesbians back in the day. I'm sounding old, and it's not okay. But that's who I am. I'm 20 years old, knowing I was not a sin. I was who I was becoming. When I was younger, my nan knew who I would be. May she rest in peace, and everyone who have passed away. There's more. I wrote in the script because I wanted to. Dear everyone that has been hurt by me, I'm sorry you felt this way. I'm sorry you felt betrayed by me. I'm sorry that I made you block me. And that's completely okay. I'm sorry that sometimes even the haters want to pick a fight with me. And I would completely and utterly fire back. That was because F1R0 was controlling me. His black, hellish, and toxic chains were on me. He was created 7 years ago. He was at first a female named B3, capital T, lowercase h. Then he used to be called capital B, 3N. He still had his chains upon me. But without K, I want to put my blue chains around him to show who really is in control of the body. I am me. I am Pharaoh. The one and only Pharaoh that wishes to stay mature. So, hopefully 2026 is a new year, new me, where I show more maturity. I don't care if I was cringe to these haters. I don't care if you call me whatever you call me. I will still block you. One time, a hater decided to roleplay incest, where he was brotherly giggling and blushing. I told Kay who it was, what it was said, and Kay immediately blocked him because I said so. Kay knows who this person is because they have seen the videos. Everything came to how it shouldn't have been. I don't know how I twisted the horse tail of them. Well, I should say snake tail, because the old account, the very first, had a snake on their profile picture. I don't know why they decided it was funny enough to call me these names. Funny enough to make different stories. Funny enough to incest roleplay. Everything wasn't okay. My mental health was down. And all they could do was make it go down even more. To the haters, what did I do wrong to make you hate me? It's pretty simple enough that you hated me enough to say all of this shit. But it's time I say this. No matter who you are, no matter if I've hurt you in any way, which I don't know how, because you just showed up and decided to say all of this and be two-faced. I used to be friends with this person, and finding out he kept harassing a friend of mine, my new friend, over on Instagram. I blocked him. Something cracked him. Something made him think I was talking about a friend of his. I showed Alistair as him and Vox/Vincent as me. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. He thought Vincent/Vox wasn't me. And he thought, okay, this is about my friend. 18-year-old me had a crush on him. And I'm being truthful. But I was with my toxic ex, Christian boyfriend, at the time. He allowed me to be poly, because I had a crush on a friend of mine in college. But I stopped because after being rejected, I was made fun of. I was bullied just for having a crush on someone a little bit older than me. I didn't realise that would happen, but I saw it in my own front eyes. Well, in front of my eyes, I should say. Sorry, I written the script so stupidly and fast, and it's not okay. Anyways, there is more. Sorry, I'm moving. Ow, my shoulder. But yeah, there is more. It's past 2 now for me, but it's fine. It's fine. I need to continue this. There was another thing I would like to say. This person I used to be friends with, yeah, I had a crush on them. They were younger than me. But I stopped because at the age of 18, I did not even investigate in being in a relationship with them. I was 17 at the time. They were exactly 2 years younger. But because of October being their birthday month, I completely stopped. I was 18. I did not want to go out and play with a friend of mine that was simply a minor at the time. But my parents forced me to. I told them I did not want to go out by the face I was looking like. But then they kept on inviting them into the house. This was something I was not okay with. I kept a straight face on, pretended to be okay with it. But deep down, deep down, the person was a red flag. Something I knew was going to happen. They twisted my words up, saying I was completely transphobic towards them. I simply said to them in high school, please don't follow my path. You can be who you are, but please don't follow my path. That's when they soon turned on me. We went as friends to not friends, friends and off again. Now we're enemies, and that's completely, utterly fine. But the videos and messages they said to me, I have still got a USB stick on about them. I even put more screenshots onto that USB stick because it was utterly wrong of what they did. They deleted this video that showed my old YouTube channel. I was a girl back then. I felt uncomfortable when I watched it. But I told the people who wanted me to watch it, I'll only watch it if there's something I see. And I saw on the thumbnail. That was me, my IRL self, in clothing that I thought was comfortable for me. My own gacha club self. A girl who was a Undertale fan. That was a channel I used to have back then. I was an idiot, of course, being a friend of theirs. They were in my room during that time. I was 16, which was completely, utterly fine. But this changed a lot in me. This showed how immature I was to be a friend of someone who's now my enemy. There's also even more. I'm shaking now and it's not okay. Yes, this is a confession. I used a friend of Atlas's to send me pictures of Shu's persona named Shu the Nephilim. I sometimes even screenshot them myself if it's from a speed paint. No, I do not wish to investigate more for you to then investigate. But there's something else I would like to say. Shiru, I know you blocked me for a reason. That's completely, utterly fine. I broke your choices to immediately give me chances, and I broke them all. It was okay that you made a call out on me, but stuff didn't come up right. There was no evidence that I traced. You showed references, something I didn't realise I needed to credit people for. I was stupid back then, and now I've been shown it on my Instagram story that I simply used a skeleton for an arm for Winston and a background from the internet. I don't know who it was that drew these, but I did trace a skeleton arm just for something I wanted to do. Winston is my zombie, or as I should say, undead Norwegian rabbit. He's older than Kaylin, a character I gave as a gift to my sibling Kay. But there's something else, something that I need to find. It's supposed to be part of this as beforehand, and it's not. What the heck? Here it is. Here it is. Aha, gotcha. The reason why I did the screenshots, or had a friend to screenshot them in pictures of your character Shiru, or I should say persona, Shiru the Nephilim. This is about Shiru, aka Shiru, aka Freddy Taze FNAF, aka at Little She with 5 eyes. I wanted to make more videos with them in, and it was called Shu and I. I have it on my Fire From Own Voices channel, but they are unlisted. I gave them to my bestie, who I literally knew from you. Their name is Trinook. And something I will love to say is I sent that playlist to show you. But obviously, something came up, and I completely understand. You were looking for work. You didn't want to know me anymore. Something kept me pushing and pushing to make you fall away from the line we had. A secret bond, if you will. But yes, I hurt you and everything. Oh, come on. Looking through the script, and I stapled this all together. And yes. Here we go. Here we go. The reason why I also wanted those screenshots is because it was to remind you. It was to remind me of you. I still see you as my sibling, even if we're not siblings anymore. That apology, where you apologized, that you felt hurt and everything. Whenever I read it, I cry. And there's this. Every night, silently, I cry myself to sleep, saying I was a bad brother to you, which I was. But did I regret that we were siblings? Never in my life would I regret that. You were my German sibling after all. But everything changed when you blocked me and ended it. And it was completely fine. I knew straight away I fucked up. I needed to learn. That's why you kept telling me, in order for me to trust you again, I need to step back from you. Or something like that. But there's other stuff I need to confess. I sometimes hurt myself. In the night, in my dreams. Whenever I'm dreaming, it's always of you. And it makes me wake up hurt from physical hurting. Everyone calls it self-harm, so I will class it as that. Whenever someone in my IRL family sees that I've hurt myself, or quote-unquote gave myself a black eye, that's because of me waking up to myself having a black eye. It is what it is, isn't it? And I still have a picture of you in my room. I simply do your pose every day and sigh sadly because I lost you. I lost you because of my stupidity. One day we will be siblings again, but that's up to you as always. I forgive you. I forgive you because what I did was stupid. I hurt you because everything in that moment when I kept talking to you and reminding you of who we were, you simply lashed out in a good way. You were hurt. You were torn apart. You were reminded of who we were. That's why you lashed out to say, I don't care who we were. That's something that hurt me. I shiver because I think, oh, they're going to give me a voice message to shout at me for doing what I'm doing, and yeah. When you unblocked me, I shivered a lot because of PTSD. I was like, they're going to set off my PTSD, I just know it, and it was just messages that said to me of what I was doing wrong, and why you didn't want me to do what I was doing. It was a major setback that you did for me to see what I was doing wrong. So, sure, I forgive you. Everything that was said and done was something I did not think was going to be done. You were hurt, like I said. I was hurt as well. We both hurt each other, and we both hurt ourselves. Me reminding you of our past made you say that, and I completely, utterly understand. To everyone else, reason why I'm taking this step back again, I'm reflecting because I just said what I needed to say to Shiru. Now let me just look through the script about Kay. Come on. Why are you at the back? God damn it. Okay. To Kay. Remember when I simply made a pervert-looking OC towards your OC that you completely ripped apart to simply, quote-unquote, delete. You didn't want anything like that. That, to me, in the past, me seeing, big softy of a William Afton and everything of a Gacha, I thought, that's okay, that's a little incest and whatnot. No, I see myself now, looking at my past self, saying, hey, incest is not okay. What are you doing? But I tried to make it look like it was not incest. I'm sorry. Pass me. Sorry, this is what I'm going to say. Pass me. Did you really think that two OCs, mine being a pervert, and you making a softy of a K version was okay? This is what I'm going to do as a little conversation. What's the problem with you? Blah, blah, blah. Do you realise that you and your K are siblings? Yeah. K's having a go at me. They're having a go at you because they feel uncomfortable. Okay, there we go. Yeah. They were uncomfortable. Kay was uncomfortable because of that. Yeah. I made you uncomfortable because of that. And, yeah. There was other times where I made you even more uncomfortable and we had a little argument. And I completely understand why you gave me strict instructions to delete stuff and everything. We had our ups and downs, and then that day you said it. From 13 to now, I was hoping I would see you say it. Something that broke me. A part of me knew the day had came. So I'm crying IRL. You said you were proud of me. Something I did not know I would hear. Even Shu said they were proud of me, but yeah. And knowing that after that group chat from Shu and the partner? Ex? Okay, I don't know. Yeah. But that was the time when I called Cheryl my sibling and their partner, ex, went together. I called their partner, ex, mother. Oh God, why did I call them mother? When I then understood that I kind of shipped them together. Yeah. Why am I shouting at this time? It's nearly 2:30. Okay. I need to continue. Yeah. But with UK, when you said that you were proud of me, I understood the assignment to tick off my bucket list of you being proud of me. Now I can't find it because of every single DM we had. Yeah. It's already nearly an hour on this, just so everyone knows. By now, if you've made it this far, let's have a little chain, shall we? Think now. Why am I whispering? Why was I whispering then? Trying to think. Let's have a chain of Sad Foxy. Sad Foxy has a little chain, so I know I can heart the comment. But yes, yeah. Anyways, where was I? Yes. Okay. God damn it. Oh God. Jazz, where the fuck is the other script? I don't bloody know. Okay, good to know. Wait. Why are you here? Why? Why must you be here? You want me here? Oh, fuck, right. I don't need you here, sorry. I thought we were recording, and then I realised I'm the one recording, so go for the portal. Oh well, see you everyone. See you, Jazz. It's just me recording, what the hell? Okay. Didn't realise Jazz was here. But she went now. I say portal. It is actually Discord. She just left the Discord call. Why am I even on Discord? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Just so you know, it's a touch screen tablet. I'm recording on my phone. Ow. Okay. Okay, sitting on the floor was not okay. How long does this? Anyways. Where was I? Damn it, script. Yes. I talked about Kay being proud of me. Yeah. Sorry to their demon, and why did I say that already? I feel like I've always said this already, saying sorry to them. You know, their demon and my demon. Yeah, I did. Why is it at the back for me to say it again? Oh well. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, like I said, gonna be reflecting on stuff. Anyways, see you all next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you after 2026. Bye bye.